Oh snap, guys, we actually found one. Hey, what's up everybody? It's Silver Seeker, and today we're going to be hunting through 2 rolls of Mercury Dimes. These are the last rolls we'll be hunting from the Hoard that came from Penny Dog. Now these are actually Jason 4343's Winged Liberty Dimes, and yes, I realized in the last video I asked why they were marked Walking Liberty, and I totally didn't even think about Winged Liberty, which is actually what the design is, even though they're called Mercury Dimes because it closely resembles the god Mercury. That is because of the cap with the wings on it. But anyway, we call them Mercury Dimes, and that's what we're going to be hunting today. So Jason actually said that after he saw the last video, he said, I can actually go ahead, and if I can fill any holes just to make sure I replace it, he's not that worried about it. I can also do upgrades. So we're going to get our book out. So, I mean, we're going to go through these dimes. Now, the 2 that I would really like to find, I'd like to finish this last page. The 39 DNS need to be finished. And those both have high minages. 24, in fact, I'll show you again, 24.4 million and 10.5 on the 39S. We have a couple other with decently high minages, like the 1930 has 6.8 million. I'd like to find that. We have 7.1 million down here with the 1924S. The 18D and the 18S are both over almost 20 million on the 18S, and then over 20 million on the 18D. And then, of course, the 1916 Philly, they made 22.2 million of, so that's definitely findable, as is the 16S. What we won't be finding today are 16Ds. What we won't be finding today are 21 and 21D. Those we're not finding. And there's probably some others in here that we're not going to find as well, like the 26S. But hopefully we find some of these higher mintage coins. So I'll get this out of the way, keep it open so I can look at it, and we're going to go ahead and get hunting. So we'll start with the first roll. Now, guys, we are recording in 4K, so if you have a nice 4K TV, feel free to watch it on that and blow it up and make it look nice. We'll try and get the coins close so that they come into focus. Of course, keeping them, somewhat stacked would actually be helpful here. So let's get into it. We'll start with the first pile. There's a reason that dimes are not the best thing in the world to hunt, because they are so hard to hold. So we have a 17, which we do not need, but nice to see an early date right off the bat. So 42, we do not need. We have a 41, which we don't need, a 43. Of course, we'll be looking for any varieties like the 42 over 41, etc. We got a 44 right there, no dice. We have a 42, a 24, and a 39. We didn't need a 24, right? No, we did need a 24S. Okay. So here we go. Let's see if we're getting lucky. And guys, I know there's some varieties that I'll probably go back through and look for, but I'm not really looking for major varieties outside of the 42 over 41, because they're not even in my book, and these are Jason's coins anyway. So actually, I'll probably let him search, but unfortunately, we have a 24 Philly. Now, the 24S actually has a mintage of 7.1 million, so it would be nice to find that. All right, so we got a 1942, a 1937, and let's see, keep this open here. All right, we have a 1943, 1941, another 1937, some nice looking 37s there. And we have, it just lost focus, we have a 1928. Now we do need a 28D. So, oh, savage. All right, let's see if we have the 28. All right, here's our 28. And it is a Philly. So unfortunately, no dice. All right, we have a 1925 there, so we need a 25D, 5.1 million minute. And nope, that is a Philly as well. We have some early dates here, guys. Look at this. So we got, is that a 20 or a 20? That's a 20. All right, so with our 1920, it is a Philly. Unfortunately, we also need a 20D, not a 20 Philly. Here's another 1920, and it is also a Philly. Holy smithereens. All right, next up, we have another 20. Guys, look at all these 20s. Is that a Denver? No, looks like if it is, you wouldn't be able to see it. Now, this one here is a Denver. What's the odds that it'd be a 20, though? Because we've seen so many 20s. It's a 37. We don't need a 37 Denver. We have a 1936, which we don't need. And a 1937, which we don't need. So that's one little pile out of the way. All right, let's keep on going. So we have a 1941, 41, So we have a 1919. We don't need any 1919s, but another nice early date. 1943 we don't need. 1941 we don't need. 1941. 1942, and it's not a 42 over 41. We have a 1920. Okay, we're still looking for a 20D. And it's another 20 Philly. But again, a lot of early dates. So we got a 1944, 1945, and a 1942. All right, so we're kind of getting through them. Let's keep on going. All right, I went ahead and got the camera a little bit closer so I don't have to keep my arms up so far to keep them in focus. So here we go with a 1943. We have a 1941. A 1942, and it's not a 42 over 41. We have a 45, which we don't need. A 1944. 42, and it's not, again, a 42 over 41. Probably not going to find that anyway. 1940. 1926, so we do need a 26S. And nope, that is a Philly. All right, we have a 1927, so we need a 27S and a 27D. Both of them have a mintage of 4.8 million. And of course, it's a 27 Philly. Oh, we have two here. All right, so this one is a 1931. We do need a 31 DNS. No. Dice. All right, so here we go. We have a 1918. So we have a 1918 Philly already, but we do need a D and an S. And of course, it's a Philly. What did you expect, right? All right, so 1917. We don't need any 17s. 1929, we do need a 29D. No dice. All right, 1943, no need. 1924, so if we have a 24S, 7.1 million, it's possible. Nope. 1920, so we saw a bunch of other 20s earlier. This one is also a Philly. And 1923, which we need the 23S. No dice. All right, so we have our first pile. Nice looking Mercury Dimes, a few slick ones, but a lot of nice looking Mercury Dimes, a lot of early dates, but unfortunately, nothing we need in the book. All right, I should have had this camera closer earlier because this is actually much better, but let's go ahead and open up the final roll here. Roll number 2 of our Mercury Dime hunt. Get those out and get going. All right, so first up, we have a 44. We have a 36, so we don't need a 36. We have a 39. We need a 39 DNS. Savage. Man, thought we were going to have something for that page. So 44 we don't need. 44 we don't need again. 44 we don't need for the third time. 41 we don't need. At least it's not a 44. 42 we don't need. Got 2 in our hand here. There's a 43 and a 44. Don't need any of those. We have another 43. I may have already picked that one up. I have to get these off to the side. Another 43. A 42, not an over 1. A 42. A 45. A 1939. And this is a nice 39. Is it a D or an S, though? Oh, snap! Guys, we did find a nice looking 39D 24.4 million minted. We'll go ahead and get that in the book. Holy smokes, we actually got an upgrade. Thank you, Jason4343. I will make sure I send you a nice replacement for this 39D. And there we go. Sweet. All right, not upset about that. All right, guys, we actually had a find for the book. So 43. 41, 43, 42, 44, 45, 41, 40, 42, 45, 40, 45, 43, 45, 44, 42. We're getting through them pretty quick now. 43, 34. Do we need a 34? Nope, we don't need a 34. 44, 42, 44. This one doesn't have near as many older dates, but that's all right. So 43, 36. We don't need a 36. 41, 42, 36. We don't need again. 1940, 1944, 1941, 1939. Do we have the S? Guys, it'd be really cool to finish that page. Savage, 39 Philly. All right, 45, 43, 2 left, 42, and 43. All right, guys. Well, we went through 2 rolls of Mercury Dimes right there. Very, very beautiful. There's 99 here. I need to add one more nice one to it to cover that 39D. And again, a huge thank you to Jason4343 for at least putting 1 coin in our book. So Jason, you will always be part of this coin folder right there. All right, guys, thank you so very much for joining me. I hope that you enjoyed the hunt. If you did, don't forget to like and subscribe down below, and we'll see you next time. Hey, guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. I did leave a video above. You can check out if you haven't seen it yet. I also want to give a huge shout out and a huge thank you to my awesome channel supporters scrolling right there on the right hand of the screen. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you in the next one.